Hi, my name is Kelly. I'm 27 years old and I have had type 1 diabetes for 22 years now. I'm super excited to be working with Fight Like a Warrior. This is my first time doing a video blog, so bear with me as I'm not super tech savvy and I can be awkward at times. So I decided to do for my first post a list of pros and cons of having type 1 diabetes and living with a chronic condition. So, number one, first con, having to do injections all the time. I'm old school in that I don't use a pump. I just use syringes every day. So anytime I eat or need to make corrections, I'm whipping out a syringe and doing shots. I'll do it out in the open. I don't really care who sees or whatever. I used to be self-conscious about that, but I've definitely gotten over that. Pro, which this might not be seen as a pro, but I think it's kind of funny, especially if I'm at the gym and it's a gym where I haven't been at before, and I pull out a needle to do an insulin injection. People will kind of think maybe I'm doing steroids, which is funny to me. If they come up and ask me, obviously I'll tell them that I'm doing insulin, but you definitely get a lot of funny looks, and I've definitely had people during competition come up to me and be like, "What are you doing?" And just make steroid comments, which is just funny to me now. So I see that as a pro. Second con, I can't really eat pizza or ice cream all that often. It has to be a very special occasion, or really any junk food at all, because of the effect it'll have on my blood sugar. So on the pro side, I eat really healthy and I'm very health conscious. So I I sometimes think that if I wasn't diabetic, I would probably be a lot heavier than I am now, because I love pizza, I love ice cream, I love all that junk food. And so being diabetic has helped me maintain a good weight and keep a healthy diet. So can't complain about that. The third con is that diabetes requires constant daily management in order to manage it well. But on the pro side, diabetes is a disease that is completely controllable, completely manageable. I know there are other conditions where you're kind of at the mercy of the disease and they can give you meds that might help, might not, but with diabetes, we're very fortunate to have pretty much everything we need to control it. It's just kind of up to you to be disciplined and work with your doctors for management. And so yeah, it definitely takes time and education to be able to manage it, but you're totally self-sufficient as long as you follow the plan. The fourth con, in order to manage your diabetes well, you need to know a lot about diabetes, and so that takes a lot of time, a lot of years of practice and trial and error figuring that out. But on the pro side, you have the opportunity to educate a lot of people about diabetes, and both type 1 and type 2. People always have questions for me, and I think that it's great that they come to me and ask me about diabetes and what they should know if their friend or their mom or someone has it. So I definitely think of that as a pro. The fifth con is that you have to take snacks with you everywhere you go, which can kind of be a hassle at times. When you go out at night, girls usually have a little small clutch or something. And I've got my giant purse with Nature Valley bars and juice boxes and all this stuff with me. But on the pro side, you get to bring snacks into places you normally wouldn't be able to bring snacks into. So movie theaters, concerts, sporting events, where they check your bags and they're like, you can't bring this in. The diabetes card always gets you in with those snacks. The last con that I thought of was that there are now a lot of people who have diabetes, type 1 and type 2, especially in America. And so it's a lot of people struggling, dealing with that, with management. And so that's definitely a con. But on the pro side, I feel like that as there are so many of us, we find ways to connect with each other and share tips and education and experiences. And so in that respect, we build all of these great relationships with other people who are struggling, and not only with diabetes, but with any chronic conditions. I feel like we can all relate to each other and build really strong relationships and just connect on a different level versus people who don't really have a whole lot of health issues that they're dealing with. And so in that sense, I feel like we're pretty lucky to have each other and to be able to lean on each other when times are rough. So that's my list. Not comprehensive. I feel like this could be a part 2, part 3 series in the future. But thanks for letting me share. Again, my name's Kelly. I'm on Instagram, KellyWild8, if you want to hit me up and talk about diabetes. I'm always there. So yeah, thank you.